Hello, rising 11th graders. This is Christy Lynn Ramos, one of the counselors here, and I'm going to present specific information for your grade level for next school year. So again, the process, as we discussed yesterday, you're going to have your registration cards for this entire month. You're going to use our registration site. You're going to use information from your teachers, AP information. Again, tonight is our virtual parent night, so please encourage your parents to attend that if they have questions. Counselors will be at lunches this week to answer questions as well. On January 28th, we're going to have a 1-hour homeroom where you're going to enter your course selections in PowerSchool. And in February, you're going to meet with your counselor one-on-one as we do every year. How to complete your registration card. You guys are old pros by now. However, I'll go over it one more time. Please complete the demographic information in the front top right corner. This is email address, your parents' email and phone number. Mark your top 8 courses with an X, and then you're going to choose 6 alternates as well on the back. You can only choose what classes that are on your registration card. So if you have heard about, let's say, forensic science, and you really want to take that, but it's not on the 11th grade card, so you cannot select it. You cannot select any course that is not on your card. Some classes have prerequisites. Please be sure you are looking at that. We are aware that there are some classes you haven't even set foot in. Let's say you have Marketing 1 next semester, and you're not sure if you would want to sign up for Marketing 2 yet. For now, we are asking you to not sign up for any second level classes where you have not taken the first level. There will be change week in March, and this will be a time for you to make any adjustments based on whatever happens second semester. Some classes do require a teacher recommendation. Some classes require an actual application. The applications are on our registration website. And then make sure you have a parent sign it before you bring it back on the 28th. In general, you guys know what classes come next, but this chart is part of this presentation, which is on our registration website. But these are the general levels that you're going to be going to from where you're at now. Alternates, the most important thing to know is you can't repeat anything. So even though we do teach a couple classes both ways as a 1 semester and as an 8A B-Day class, bold and not bold on your card, you cannot select them twice. So between your alternates, between your top choices and your alternates, there can be no repeats. The reason we need alternates is because the computer uses an algorithm to make sure everyone has as many top choices as possible. If your top choices are not working out based on scheduling restrictions or size restrictions, they will go to your alternates. There is no order to your alternates. So you don't need to rank them or anything like that. They'll just pull whichever ones make the most sense with your schedule. So please be extra careful when you're selecting your alternates and making sure that it is courses you would actually take. Things to pay attention to this year. This is big changes that have happened on the card. World languages are now honors and only 1 semester long. This was a CMS-wide change. So again, moving to honors and 1 semester long is all throughout CMS. Students are allowed to take 2 levels in 1 year if it is the best fit and you've discussed it with your teacher. So we do not want you to just take 1 and 2 to get it over with. We would still encourage you to space them out unless you're trying to get to a very high level by the time you graduate. We are encouraging you to discuss with your teacher because they will definitely be able to give you some good insight into if it's a good fit to take 2 levels in 1 year. It's also not guaranteed that you're going to get both levels. So you may sign up for 2 and 3 of French or Spanish, for example, but it's not guaranteed that you're going to get both. Students will not be permitted to drop a second level if they chose it during registration. So if you choose Spanish 2 and 3 and you take Spanish 2 first semester, and by the end of it, you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to take Honors Spanish 3 next semester. We will not drop it. Just like we do not drop regular electives during the school year, this is part of that process. So you will not be permitted to drop a second level if you selected 2. Again, we're having change week in March, and that will be the best time for you to make any adjustments possible. So make your best plan now, but know that there will be change week in March to make further accommodations later. But when we come back in August, you will definitely not be permitted to drop any electives or make any adjustments. Applications are on the registration website and have been emailed to you for Help Desk, Yearbook, and Unified Sports. So Help Desk is working in the Media Center with Miss Brady and Miss Brown. In the Yearbook is putting together the yearbook. And then Unified Sports is helping with our Extensions EC students in their PE class. So if you think that would be a good fit, or maybe you're already part of the Friends Club, Unified Sports could be a great class for you. Fine arts classes are different this year. We don't want you to just select beginning in the computer. We want you to select the actual level that you're going to take. So if you are in chorus, band, or orchestra, your teacher is going to let you know based on your midterm evaluations which class you're going to sign up for next year. That's the course we want you to select on the card and in PowerSchool. For art, theater, for art and theater, you will just select the next level after having a discussion with your teacher. But for chorus, band, and orchestra, we want you to select the actual course that you are going to be enrolled in next year that your teacher has given you permission for. A new CMS policy for next year is that students cannot take graduation requirements at CPCC. This includes history. So if you are a rising 11th grader and you are thinking to take the 2 history classes next year, it is no longer permitted as a graduation requirement. You have to select American history or AP US history. You can still take History 131 and or History 132, but it is just an elective at CPCC. It will not count for your graduation requirements here. So again, you'll notice that CPCC is not an option anymore for history as a graduation requirement. So, well, I'll get to that in the CPCC section. AP classes are college level classes here at AK. These courses are rigorous and fast paced. If you're thinking that you really want to up the number of AP classes you want to take next year, that is okay. But again, we want you to be successful. We want you to be balanced. We want you to really take into account all the things you have going on next year. Sports, clubs, family involvement, club involvement, anything that you're doing, we really want to make sure you're balancing things out. I promise you, a college is not going to be impressed with 6 C's in AP classes. They would be much happier for you to focus on 2 or 3 making A's or B's and able to accommodate all the other great stuff you have going on. So we know junior year is important. We know it's the hardest year. We know. However, we still want you to be successful and happy. There is an AP Parent Night on Tuesday, January 14th at 6. It is virtual and the link will be on our registration website. This is a great chance for you to hear from AP teachers, learn more about the classes, figure out how you might be successful in there, and to get any information you might need. And CVPS, these are classes that we don't offer here in the school building. These are in addition to your school day, so we do not necessarily accommodate it during the school day, and we don't give you time off for it. But if you are interested in NCVPS, we still want you to fill out your schedule as if it doesn't exist. And then if you get into the class, we'll be sure it appears on your transcript later. Okay, dual enrollment. This is when you take college classes while you're at AK. This would start fall of 2025. You cannot take any college classes this summer. So you can start fall of 2025. The application process for fall of 2025 will open mid-February, okay? So the website is akvc3.com/CCP. This is where you'll see all the information you need. There's a video at the top that's going to be extremely helpful in navigating the process. Once you start the process, you'll choose a pathway that determines the classes you can take, and you go from there. Juniors, that's you guys, rising juniors, are eligible for up to 1 block off early release or late arrival each semester if you are enrolled in the program. So if you sign up for a class in the fall of 2025, you can choose to take off first or fourth block if you want. However, parking is not guaranteed. So just because you're taking a CPCC class and you have fourth block off, it does not guarantee a parking spot. The other thing is you cannot be in the building. You cannot sit in the media center. You can't sit in the cafeteria. You cannot make an agreement with your teacher to sit in their class. You cannot be here. So you cannot sign up for this and then decide to take a period off if your parent is not willing to pick you up every single day, or you can walk home or whatever arrangement you have, bike. So just be sure you are talking to your family about this. You don't have to take a period off at all. Many students do their regular 4 classes and then they do their online dual enrollment after school. If you're planning to participate, please mark the box on the back of the card so that your counselor can have that conversation with you. During the enrollment process, the PowerSchool process, you will not be entering in early release or late arrival. That will be something you'll talk to your counselor about and make that adjustment when we meet one-on-one or during change week in March once you have worked through the CPCC process a little bit. So again, still completing your card fully as if CPCC doesn't exist, and then we will make those changes in March or when we meet. So again, we'd love for you to visit the registration site. Again, tonight there is a parent night at 6 p.m. virtually that your parents or family members are welcome to attend. You're welcome to attend to ask questions. We'll have counselors in the chat answering questions as well. Please speak to your teachers about their recommendations for your classes next year. Again, we know it's early. We know it's hard to decide. I don't know what I want. I haven't even taken Math 3 yet. We know it's tough. That's why March, we're going to have a change week so you can make any changes that you need to make for next year to accommodate how early we have to do this process this year. Counselors will be in the mall this week during lunches, so please do not hesitate to approach our table and chat about classes for next semester, next year, in the future. We are happy to chat. And then we're meeting in February with everyone one-on-one. We're going to make sure you're on track to graduate. We're going to make sure you're taking an appropriate level of rigor and just make sure that everything looks good on your card. We're going to call you to the media center by homeroom as we always do. Again, this is due on Tuesday, January 28th. Please, please, please don't lose it. This is our registration site. Once again, please don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.